What's going on, internet? How y'all feeling? Hope you're feeling, living, and looking as good as I am. If so, respect. Real quick, fear is an emotion that must be faced, not conquered. It's a subtle differentiation, but it's massive for you to understand. I dealt with, as most people, fears in my life. My fears were being misunderstood, being viewed as weird with the things that I thought, dealing with building my confidence, even though I was around ultra masculine men. I'm an only child. So all of the emotions, the lack of a developed mind as I grew into maturation, adolescence, and manhood, I had to deal with those emotions, deal with the lack of confidence, deal with navigating life by myself. So any type of issue, drama, I dealt with it on my own. I stood and faced it on my own. That's why I continuously tell y'all how God hides within the mirror. Because most people are terrified, petrified of looking at that reflection. Because that reflection is the absolute space of truth. The lack of confidence that I had in a lot of ways was not knowing and understanding my talents, my gifts, my skills, my abilities, not knowing the source from which they came. And so the lack of confidence I had in wielding those talents, those skills, their abilities, caused me to be less confident as I should have been. But that's all a part of growth and evolution. That's a part of facing fear. Because if you don't face the fear, you don't utilize those talents, those gifts, those skills, those abilities, then God takes them away from you. They become atrophied and you forget how to utilize them. No one really has ever given me anything, because if you give somebody something and it's attached with conditions, then are you really giving them something? Meaning, if I give you something and expect something from you in return for me giving you something, where's the ethics in that? Where's the integrity in that? Where's the love in that? See, when I speak what I speak and I post these videos, that's me giving y'all love. Because if you take just one thing from what I express and apply it to yourself, that means that I've helped you become better, grow, and evolve in some capacity. So all these young people out here will always be talking about the OGs, don't want to give the knowledge, they're gatekeeping. Can't say that about me, because I'm definitely an OG, original God divine. And I'm definitely sharing and giving that love back. And y'all don't have to give me anything. There is no fine print that you need to read. You don't have to pay me for it. You don't have to join and be a part of my ecosystem. Shit, you don't even have to like the video. Energy never lies and you can't escape it. So I know in one way or other, God's going to give me everything that I need. OG talk. But in most cases, all of what someone gave me came with conditions. Meaning that they was doing things for me under the auspice that I did something for them. So if I was in relationships and women did something for me, they was only doing it for me because they wanted me to be with them. I say all that to say that even the fear of being alone or lonely is something that you must face. That's what principles are all about. That's what integrity is all about. Who you are as a person shouldn't be able to have a price tag attached to it. But it requires you to face that type of fear, or you'll find yourself susceptible to being in relationships that don't make you happy, that don't serve you, that don't embody love. When you face your fears, it's powerfully liberating. It's freeing because you become aware that all of the fears that was holding you down were all just illusions. None of it was even real. Alignment with reality makes you unbeatable. It makes you unbreakable. What God creates, nothing can break. Where God has love, nothing can hate. That's how the universal God works. And that's what everyone needs. Fearlessness in this mental, physical, and spiritual warfare. Tell me what you feel about this. Leave some comments. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all of that goodness. Because this is righteous, divine talk over here. This is God talk over here. This is OG talk. ManTality. I'll holler at y'all soon. One love.